And on the topic of March Madness, many folks engage in gambling of some sort, whether that's your bracket or you're betting online, what have you. But of course, with gambling of any kind, no matter how big or small, there is some potential danger there into falling into some sort of addiction. So we wanted to talk about that topic, bring awareness to it in case it's something that maybe you've been wondering about, maybe you are concerned that you are struggling with. So we're going to be joined by two guests now, Lee and Zach, via Zoom. They're talking with us about this topic. Lee and Zach, thank you so much for being here with us tonight on Evening Plus. If you wouldn't mind just kind of introducing your expertise in this field to our audience. Lee, if you want to begin.
Yeah. Again, my name is Lee Mordick. I'm the Prevention and Advocacy Program Director for Arbor Circle. And I, through that role, I participate in our regional groups, really just working to prevent problem gambling, and just really addressing or really looking at how can we prevent any form of addiction.
Absolutely. Zach, your turn.
Hi, thanks for having us. My name is Zach Yoakum. I'm the clinical manager for our youth prevention services with Arbor Circle. So involved in a lot of different programming where we're able to provide gambling prevention education, along with a lot of other prevention education across our communities.
Yeah, so you both bring a lot of expertise to this interview, which is why we're having you on. I really appreciate it. Obviously gambling addiction can be something that could happen at any time of the year. Obviously right now, lots of gambling happening surrounding March Madness and sporting events in general. Is this time of year, a potentially more dangerous time of year for gambling addiction? Is that kind of the case or not so much?
No, we would definitely say that. Michigan is actually one of the unique states as well. We're one of 7 states that allow online sports gambling and online casino gambling. And so essentially, anytime gambling is involved, there is a risk for problem gambling. And so around March Madness, many of our sports teams are very popular in the tournament at this moment. So eventually you're gonna see a gambling advertisement in some different way that's kind of across the board for many of our different sport games. And these are family affairs. And so essentially, this is kind of one of those unique times right now where youth are seeing odds and betting promotions and things like that on the screen during these family events where we're cheering on our sports.
Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate that insight there. And Lee, I'll let you take this next question. It's one thing to be having some fun with gambling, but at what point does that, if you're able to provide some context, does, innocent fun gambling start to take a turn for something that might be more addictive, more dangerous? What can that look like for someone who, may be wondering if that's happening in their life or in the life of a loved one or friend?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely can be it definitely can be fun, and it also can move into that problem gambling space. Often when we are thinking about problem gambling, what we are thinking about is sort of the inability to set it down and walk away, or hiding it, lying about it, being increased secrecy around it, not wanting people to know about it, losing more than what you really had budgeted for, can all be signs of problem gambling. And Stay Out of the Danger Zone.com has more signs and symptoms, so that's a great place for people to go and just take the checkup and see if they might be at risk for problem gambling.
Sure. And I know that you guys had passed along some tips to sort of be aware of this topic. Can you walk our audience through, what tips may be that if you are engaging in, safe gambling at the moment, but you want to make sure that you don't kind of cross over into that dangerous territory? What are things to be keeping in mind if you are gambling, especially this month with all the sporting activities?
Well, we definitely advise to stay away from any drinking or substance use in that regard, as those are just compounding risky behaviors. We would also suggest that maybe it's okay to take a walk, take a break at different times. But essentially, like Lee said, basically making sure that we have limits, not spending more than you're prepared to lose and things like that are all just great tips to be able to responsibly game and responsibly gambling.
Sure, sure. And I know this, I don't want to simplify this process at all, but if someone is concerned that they may have a problem or they're noticing that someone in their life may have an issue that they're concerned about their behavior, what is sort of the overview at how to approach that situation, whether in yourself or, someone else?
Well, with the rise in the access to gambling in the state of Michigan, calls to the gambling helpline have actually tripled since 2021. And that's a double-edged sword. That is a really good thing because we want people to seek out that help. But also with the increase in access, we are seeing those rise in those individuals seeking out help. And so calling the gambling helpline 1-800-GAMBLER. That is 1-800-270-7117. And that again, 1-800-GAMBLER will provide that assistance that individuals are seeking.
Okay, okay. I really appreciate you both joining me, talking about this topic. Obviously addiction is a very serious problem that can, be very difficult for people to deal with, but I wanted to highlight, these resources and these ways to kind of confront this maybe before it becomes a more serious issue. So I really appreciate you joining me both virtually and providing all of those resources to our community watching here on 13 Plus.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.